Every human society is animated by an assumed understanding of the nature and purpose of human life. This is true, as Tocqueville points out, even of liberal societies, societies that self-consciously avoid making such assumptions explicit and enshrining them in law. Whether or not we make these assumptions official, we cannot avoid relying on them. Human life is busy. Thinking things through is difficult, and the pressure of circumstance often requires that we take the answer to the question, "How should I live?" for granted, and get down to the business of the moment. While every society has its dissidents, oddballs, independent minds, and temperamental contrarians, the very possibility of the dissident is defined by the existence of a standard way. The vision of human flourishing that animates modern life received distinctly powerful articulation in 16th century France. As it came to fascinate the imagination of increasing numbers of men and women, this vision became a subject of intense debate for generations of French writers. The writers who engage in this argument belong to France's tradition of moralists, or observers of men. We have here selected 4 of the moralists for special attention: Michel de Montaigne, Blaise Pascal, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Alexis de Tocqueville. Each of these authors possesses the uncanny capacity for spelling out one of the few basic modern alternatives for thinking about happiness. Sometimes developing the premises of modern philosophic anthropology, sometimes attacking those premises at their roots, these authors give voice to thoughts that occur to every modern mind from time to time, but with a power few of us can hope to match. Here we seek to borrow that power and put it in the service of our own self-understanding. The story of the moralists begins in the midst of France's 16th century religious wars with the great essayist Michel de Montaigne, 1533 to 1592. Although he lived in a world most different from our own, Montaigne lays out the modern vision of contentment with all its basic elements, exercising immense influence on subsequent generations of thinkers in the modern West. Anyone who dips into his book for an hour or two will understand why. As one recent critic has formulated the experience of centuries of readers, I defy any reader of Montaigne not to put down the book at some point and say with incredulity, "How did he know all this about me?" If we want to understand ourselves, we should come to know Montaigne.